Welcome back to the channel. We are going to try and finish up all the fabric on this thing. So first up is get the steering all double sheared. Normally with 6 shooters it's really easy because you have the brake caliper bolts on both sides, so you can just make the brackets off of that. But with this we don't. All we really have is this steering stop bolt. So we're gonna see if we can make something work out of the steering stop bolt. Something's better than nothing, and that way we can clamp it all together. It'll be nice and tight and double sheared. So let's figure that out. And then this one we will tie into this tube here. And that way it'll have a double shear on that one as well. So let's get after it. All right, so we took the steering stop out and found some nuts that fit. May end up having to replace this, but for mocking this all up, it will work. It's gonna be pretty hard to find a bolt like that. And then when it was through, we have enough space for the nut on the back side, so we're gonna use it for mock up. And then if we need to get a slightly longer one, we will. Alright, did a little arts and crafts, got a couple pieces of cardboard cut out. Now we just gotta make them on the computer and see if it all works. Alright, so that's how it ended up. The tube's here, clamping it, and then this one is bolted up to the steering stop bolt, and then it also hits along the knuckle on the top, or the whole backside. So it's nice and tight and snug fit. If you wanted, you could probably weld that on just fine. This is just rebuilt, so we don't want to heat it up, but fits in there nice, and plenty of clearance for the high. This should be decent double shear, better than no double shear. Got this thing welded, now we just gotta clean it up. Alright, so the box is double sheared, that's double sheared, this is also double sheared, and this one is as well. Alright, with the axle side all double sheared, we're going to move up to the frame side. We're going to knock out a couple gussets real quick for the coilover towers, just to spread the weld surface out a little bit. It does have a crossbar up here, which will help with a lot with strength. And then we will pull the steering box off and fish plate the backside of that, since we didn't get to that yet. So get the frame side all knocked out, and then that way the front end will be ready to weld. Alright, so we got the coilovers force welded in. We still need to cap the coilovers right there at the bottom, but I'm going to pull the steering box off real quick and get those fish plates. Alright, we got the steering box fish plates in both front and back. We got to clean this up so the box sits nice and flat. Alright, we're going to make the caps for the towers real quick and full weld everything on the frame. So we'll pull the tire off, pull the shocks out and the bump stops out, get all that welded up, that way all that side is done. The axle, we're going to wait till we pull the whole axle out to weld it all outside of the truck, just make it a little easier. So let's get the tire off real quick and get some caps made so we can get this all stripped down and welded out. Alright, we got the tube caps welded up and everything welded, including the engine mount. I haven't welded the engine mount here yet. I'll do that when the engine's out. So that, same with the transfer case mount. Bump stops are welded. I welded the track bar up. So everything frame side is all complete and looking pretty good. We still got to weld the top side of the coilover mounts, but I'll do that again when the engine's out. Just makes everything a little bit easier. So now we just gotta wait for it all to cool off, and then we can throw the coilovers bump stops back on and then from there we can start moving on to the finishing the transfer case mount and rear axle. All right, front end's back together. We do still have to do the hydro assist, but otherwise that completes the steering. The only reason I'm not doing it right now is because I'm just going to do the hydro assist setup as a whole. So that engine side, cooler, and reservoir, as well as axle side all at once. So that pretty much wraps up all the steering and the front suspension on the frame side. We're going to test it a couple more times just to make sure once everything is fully set, and that way we can tear it back down to paint. So thanks for watching.